Okay, 1952. Good luck. We've not played before. There's no head-to-head score there. Whoa, 1950 in rapid, but 900 in bullet. Oh, only 7 games to be fair. 1700 in blitz, so yeah, should be alright there. Nearly 1,000 games of rapid, that's well done. So someone who specialises in this time control, which I don't. Okay, I'm just developing, get the bishop out somewhere. I'm not quite sure where yet. Knight down might be a threat. I guess bishop up makes sense here. Pin the knight. My arrows are not very good. Pin the knight, look to castle. And then worry about what to do. Okay, so he's forcing the issue there. If I come back b5 here, do I want the bishop on this side of the board? I mean, I could just come back here and that looks perfectly fine. Well, he's got a move like this, but we do have this as well. I'm going to stay this side. I can always go here and drop back. I'm just trying to castle for now. But c3 is going to be a move. Knight down he doesn't do. So I think I'm just going to castle. c3 I think we'll end up playing at some point. Yeah, bishop there. I can leave the bishop where it is. I can go forward. I can drop back. I can maybe play knight in. Knight in looks interesting actually because you won't have knight takes. Yeah, what's wrong with knight forward there? It gives my opponent a chance to create an imbalance if he wants to do so. So I'll end up with a pawn forward, but get the bishop off the board. But we'll have a damaged pawn structure. I'll definitely be trying to play c3 then if he does this. But it's a chance for an imbalance. See, what you don't do is take with the knight and allow pawn takes. Okay, it does go with the bishop. Mind you, if I go with a pawn, have you got a knight here? No. Knight there's not a move because of the queen, at least not in one go. So is pawn up a move? I don't think it is. So I'm just losing a pawn, aren't I? So how do I gain an attack? Pawn up might be a move, but I don't think so. g4 is way too bold. I'm just going to play pawn up and bishop back, I think. Try and keep it simple. Okay, so he takes. So I'm going to play bishop back. We have given away a pawn here though, so could be difficult for the rest of the game, but that's chess. It doesn't have to take, but I have done a pre-move just in case it does. Okay, it doesn't take. Or doesn't that give me a pawn back? Take, take, and take here. What am I missing there? The knight moves anywhere. I can just trade the queen. But if that knight moves, I just take this, I think. I didn't expect to get that pawn back. So we're hitting this knight. There is a threat there. Not a serious threat, but it's a threat. Otherwise, I could do with my knight across to f3, but again, I might be walking into pins, so let's be a little bit careful here. Queen up seems the logical move. So we're still threatening to take a knight. I can always retreat, can't I? So I'm just going to go forward. I can always jump straight back. There's a path this way as well. Might be looking for ideas like getting the queen this way with a view to a check. So my opponent might have some ideas here, but the immediate threat is simply bishop takes knight. So the knight moves, and have I just completely missed something? I can gain a pawn, lose a pawn, I guess. I didn't even see that. So I'm going to gain a pawn and maybe come back this way, but I've got to get my knight into play. I'm assuming my opponent will take here. No reason not to. Now if I push there, you just simply play across. So I assume I need to play knight up. Then if that knight moves, I'm walking into a double attack potentially like this, so I'm going to just get the queen back, I think. I could actually go here and hit the pawn. Oh, mind you, have I got rook across? No, I don't. The knight covers it. There's a queen here. If the knight moves, I can take another pawn, or I can trade the queen. I want to play knight to f3, but I don't want to obviously run the risk of a double attack like I just highlighted. So it's 6 pawns each, but obviously my c pawn is a lot more vulnerable than my opponent's pawns, generally speaking now. So we could end up a pawn down again. Yeah, it goes solid and sensible. I assume I just play knight across now. I'd love to play here, but it's not going to happen, at least not yet. I don't like this move. But if I play knight here, can that knight move and essentially force the queen trade? Possibly. Maybe, probably. That's not a move. Bishop up, takes. I don't like that. Queen back, you're just bringing the knight back. But knight here, the knight moves and I'm going to have to trade the queen. I could go here to come here, and then here, I guess that looks alright. I'm going to go here with a view to popping the knight in the middle of the board if I can. And now my rooks are connected, so we finally completed development. But it feels like my c-pawn is going to be extremely difficult to defend. It would be really good if I could trade it off for the b-pawn. Obviously, I could play a move like bishop h6, but it might just be a development move for my opponent's rook. Okay, so the knight attacks my pawn, but doesn't that just give me a chance to push my pawn forward now? Well, hold on. No, here, I mean, the knight's too well guarded. There's no attack there, is there? The pawn down. Knight here. That feels alright to me, actually. I'm going to just push the pawn there. Oh, I've just blundered. What am I doing? I mean, I think it's a blunder. I've got queen here. I can maybe get away with dropping back because the knight guards as well, but it feels like I've blundered, actually. I guess I drop the queen back. Yeah, that knight's gone across, offers the queen. Oh, mind you, offers a queen trade. Can I win another pawn then? Are we just trading pawns all over the place here? I think I trade and take because I double cover this. I think my opponent missed that. Going to be extremely difficult to win, of course, this game. If I lose my outside pawn, then I lose my advantage if I have one. The engine will probably give this fairly level, but I obviously don't know. That's an attack to my knight, and I just completely missed that as well. I'm missing everything this game. Literally everything. There's no way to guard the knight. I can't go forward. I can go here and go in the middle like I thought, but yeah, I'm quite lucky that I've got one square here, so I'm not actually up a pawn. Well, at least I'm going to finally start getting active now, I think. I need to move one of these so there's no back rank mate threat. So I'm just going to do that now. I intend to go here next, maybe target this pawn, but that's difficult to see how I do it. But a knight in the middle of the board feels like a natural square. And I want to try and get my rooks active. I guess knight down, I have to go here. That pawn might be rapidly lost now. Playing a bit sloppy here, aren't I? A little bit sloppy. I think the accuracy might be relatively low in this game once we review it afterwards. Yeah, it does indeed attack the pawn. Ooh, that's a problem as well. Knight here to take my bishop, so I can't really go in the middle either. I've got knight here to hit the rook. So pawn up, say knight check, you take, and it's really symmetrical then. Pawn up, knight here. And I mean, the pawn's just lost in it. There's not much I can do. I'm going to go here and hit the rook. At least temporarily guard this pawn, but my pawn has the option to check and try and take here. Does indeed check. So I'll step up. So takes. If I take the rook, you take here. Then it's rook for 2 knights. I don't like the look of that. So I think I'll take here, you go then. I'm going to lose another pawn, but it's only a double pawn, isn't it? I can, well, what can I do? I can't really get active either. Do I need to take then? Oh, it's got to be right to take here. It's got to be. Probably knight back to go here. Rook across and knight here might be an idea, but then this is loose. It's one of them odd games in it. I'm really not playing well. Pawn up invites knight forward. Rook across. If you take here, there's a threat here. I can do this, but it's just a free pawn grab, but it kind of is anywhere. So I'm just going to come back, hit the rook. At least I've got a safety square here. Not much of a square, but it's a square. So I'm just going to push the pawn. I'm well down on the clock here, well down on the clock, so second favourite this one now. I really want to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I no longer have access, really control this square, but a lot of pressure here. I want to free up the rook to move and try and get the rook forward somewhere. Might not be able to. Got to be a little careful about getting the rook attacked, of course, but the pawns can guard, so king up, pawn down. But I really want to put these rooks somewhere up there and try and get forward. If we could swap the A and the B pawns off, I'd be really happy with that. My opponent might be as well, for all I know. Now, king up. Is that a move worth playing to try and force a move here? I think you have to, right? It breaks up my opponent's pawn structure, so I'm going here. I think you're going to have to play this or the rook's trapped. There's no knight check. Well, the knight in is a potential, especially if I move this, which I might need to. Or here. Right, but I like rook across here. Well, a rook across here, the knight might land here at some point. But I still like it as a move. I want to try and get forward. But what on earth do I do with my knight here? Probably going to go here. I'm not sure yet. But at least we've broken this pawn structure up. At least just temporarily. But it's done for now. Knight across might be a move. Knight here. The pawn threatens this. There's no real knight check. So I'm going here, threatening to come forward. Trying to keep an eye on the clock as well as the board. Oh, I've just realised if the rook moves away somewhere, there's a check threat. I might have blundered again here. I'm playing sloppily, aren't I? Although if the rook moves, I guess I can take the pawn. Feels like I'm playing a sloppy game this time, though. Yeah, he's going kind of all in, piling forward. So, what's the threat? I mean, I guess I can drop back. I'm going to come here, I think. I don't want to leave that knight there, even at the expense of the pawn. I want to try and get forward. Or maybe here. Okay, checks. I assume I have to go into the corner, but there might be threat ideas here, so I'm going to go this way. But the rook might get down. This is a Serious risk here. Pawn's coming down as well, but there is an immediate threat to the knight. I'd like rook d5 to hit these pawns. I can block if check if this rook gets in. But he's threatening to blast the position wide open here. He's gone with the check. So I'll step back. Knight up is a threat to trap the rook. I'm hitting this knight as well, so he's probably going to have to move it. Knight here, there's a check threat as well as a hit to the rook. But my king could be in a mating box in the corner, got to be really careful. Tactics galore potentially here, or blunders galore, however you look at it. But knight d5 is my candidate move, he can stop it I think. I guess knight c3 or knight f6. Both could be strong. Yeah, he's gone knight c3. But can I play up here as well? I can't go there, but I can go forward. I'm going to go here because the knight can't jump to hit the rook, and I'm threatening to go here still potentially. He might have a move like this, but at least I can shift the other rook. But then there's a knight check. You know, there's tricks all over the place potentially in this type position. He's moved his rook, but now I can take. I'm threatening a check. It's very easy to miss if he just grabs a pawn, but then he's got a knight check here, winning my rook back. So tricks galore. Check and take, but then he's got a knight check. We take and take. There's tricks all over the place, but that's an immediate threat which he's headed off. Ooh, it's a shame that my rook's where it is because I'm threatening takes in a back rank, but I can't get in. Oh, where's the finish? It's such a vulnerable position, this. I don't see a move. Oh boy. I'm going to risk putting my king into a mating box just because I don't see a better move. But now I can go here. He doesn't have a check. I've got no way to win though. Oops. What the heck have I just done? I've just blundered it, haven't I? I can't get behind. I'm going here to try and go here or here. But I'm in a vulnerable mating box if he gets his knight here now. And he's only 2 squares off it. I'm aware of the idea, but I'm trying to get forward first and go after his king. Here and here. If he kicks my knight, then obviously my rook's vulnerable. So rook down is obviously a threat. So again, I might have just simply blundered the whole game away. Well, actually, I might have. I didn't see. Oh no, rook down. I've got a back rank check. That's a mate threat. So you can't play rook there. So we've got 30 seconds. A little bit of thinking time, but you can see the concept of a checkmate threat there. But you can equally see the concept of a checkmate threat coming here as well. But he's getting very low on time now, he can't think much longer. So he's gone for it. So don't I just go here? There must be a checkmate here now. There it is. That is a really good win, isn't it? Really tough game, could have gone either way, but we got the win.